Hey everybody, and welcome to an exciting new episode of Toy Wizard's Spontaneous Toy Review. I'm your host, Scott Zillner, and today's toy... Oh, yes! I found a Cobra Trooper! Woo! These are Target exclusives, which means nobody can find them, and everyone that does find them buys them all. That apparently happened at this Target, but there was one on the shelf, and I'm like, oh, I grabbed it. I looked for Beachhead, I looked for Roadblock, to no avail at that Target. But I did get a Cobra Trooper, which I'm going to share with you today. So, obviously the big stuff is Hasbro and Target do not know how to talk. Apparently, they are not bros and do not text. They don't WhatsApp, they don't Snapchat, they don't do any of that kind of communication that we do to people we barely know. And these guys have contracts with each other and they can't speak to each other. The date was the 1st, but then the online date should have been the 14th. However, some Targets are like, no, that's the street date is the 14th and we're not going to sell it. Other Targets are like, hey, here's the 26th of July, we're going to throw them out. Screw that August stuff, we don't even care. Then other stores would be like, nope, they take it away from you and say this is the 14th. All of them scanned up at my Target and I went right on out. So I didn't have a problem. Other people haven't had problems, but then other people do. It's a really weird world where giant corporations can't get a street date right on a toy that everybody wants, and we want more than one. So I'm gonna open them up and we're gonna take a look at this Cobra Trooper. And with this box, there is a couple little tapes, a nice little slice. That's done and done. Boxes open up nicely. And please, those of you that are like paying $60+ on the scalper prices, the word is that these will be keep in stock for a little while. So certainly this is like the first 2 weeks and everybody wants them really bad. I did, you do, that other guy does, but just try to wait a little bit. It's not like they're one-time produced off and gone. And if I'm wrong about that later, you can punch me. I'll take the punch. Just punch me. It's fine. I really hope I'm not wrong, because I'm going to get punched a lot if I'm wrong. All right. Inside the back, we got our Cobra artwork, which is really nice. And on the side there is your file card for the Cobra Trooper. He's got a boot. So the boot means he's infantry. He's got 4 little bullets, so, you know, armed infantry. He's got some machine gun. Fist, so he can fight. And then a gear and a wrench, so saboteur. That would be your saboteur to sabotage. Figure. He's in one plastic tray, which are going away. He comes with 2 guns that look a lot, or he comes with 4 guns. 2 rifles, like a machine gun, a sniper rifle, which is a tribute to the old 3 3/4 figure, and 2 little handguns. And a lot of people are noticing that their guns look a lot like Nerf guns. And why wouldn't you use Nerf guns as the reference point for your guns? That way you could sell Nerf G.I.Joe guns later. Like, that's going to happen. We can see it right now. It's right there. So, out with the figure. There are no of those twist ties that I hate. No plastic tie downs in here. There's one little piece, 2 pieces of tape. I can deal with that. I just don't like those twist ties. Like every G.I. Joe figure in this line, he's got knee pads and shin guards. That's just a big thing. Like, their designer guys, like, every one of my dudes may need to slide on his knees towards somebody to scare them and then shoot him with his Nerf gun. Just like, you know, Long Beach Haunted Island. So I need to give every guy knee pads and shin guards. And they've been doing that successfully across the board. He does have a harness that has 2 pegs in the back. The guns have pegs, so that means he can put his weapons on his back. That's very nice. This is a Cobra soldier with, you know, some gear on top, which is nice. I wish it could come off easy. I heard somebody say they did get it off, but it was very difficult. I will certainly figure that out at some point. We will see this figure multiple times. This is the Cobra Island version. We'll see versions with a red mask. We'll see versions with silver sigil. There's no reason for them not to give us multiple Cobra Troopers. This is just the first, so we all gotta have it now! Now! Thank goodness I found one. So, he doesn't come with any other hands, so both his hands are in gun firing, which is great because he comes with a lot of guns. Something that's interesting with this figure, first off, his gear, his uniform, the little patches around it are very nice. I noticed the shoulder ball joint looks a lot like Destro's, so they are reusing some parts, but no, Destro's is much bigger. You know, Destro lifts. Yeah, so Cobra Soldier is not, and maybe they use the 3D file, they're just using the same kind of design elements. That's probably what it is. I do like his squinty eyes in there. That's really nice. Destro is a nice little bit taller, which he should be. That was one of my favorite things about Destro, is that he was taller than regular Joes. Let's pop out that helmet. Here we go. We got his traditional trooper helmet, and fits on his head really nicely. Bam, there you go. This does have goggles, and Viper's had goggles, and people hated, like, why does he have a face mask and goggles on top of his helmet? And I was like, well, just in case you need them later for whatever reason. Maybe they were night vision goggles and you would have to put them on and then they would go over the visor. You have to take the visor off and wear your goggles. I don't know, but apparently you can do it both ways with these goggles. We'll take them out shortly. I want to see more about him with this helmet on. And the fact that some people are putting with the helmet on or off, it looks really good. And helmet fits on tight, securely. I want to see some V's on here later, you know? And I would love to see a scar across an eye to make a scar face. And I'd be really, really happy with that. I hope the gear changes out, which I'm sure it will. Let's start arming him up. So, let's get our little knife and cut some tape. Remember, people, use your knife responsibly. Never cut towards yourself like I'm doing right here in this video. Don't do that at all. And pop out some of these pistols. He comes with 2 pistols, and he has 2 pistol holsters on his web gear here. So there's one on the back, one on the front. So gun goes in that holster, very nice. Second pistol goes in the back holster, again, very well. Thank you, that works. It's my biggest pet peeve is when you have gear that doesn't fit in their holsters. Like almost everyone's Snake Eyes, his knife doesn't fit in. But the Hasbro Pulse Snake Eyes, his knife does fit in his thing. But all of the regular versions, it doesn't work. It doesn't fit. Where's his knife holster? It's up here on his chest. And that fits in there. It's a little... Again, it would never be up like that unless he wants to pull like that. I always liked, like Appleseed had them where you pull them down, and I always liked that a lot better. Where your knife position is. That one just seems that I'm going to smack it with my face if I had a knife right here all the time. Good. We're getting there. We are getting there. Let's get out his guns. So we got a Cobra Trooper's traditional sniper rifle, and then we have a machine gun. And when I was a kid, I didn't get Cobra Troopers, but I got Cobra Officers a lot. So to me, the Cobra Officer with the AK-47 was the Trooper, and the Cobra Trooper with the sniper rifle, well, that looked more like an officer to me. So I always played with them backwards. And to this day, I still think of it, you know, backwards. It's hard to see it any other way. Machine gun fits in his hand nice. His hand just went in there and gripped it good. There we go. I'm going to put the sniper rifle with that peg over onto his back. That fits in there perfectly fine. We got a Cobra Trooper ready for duty. There's still 2 more accessories. This guy is loaded up with gear. This is seriously like one of the best figures they've made so far because of the gear. He gets so much gear, and it's a troop builder. And if you know one thing about G.I. Joe fans is, man, do they like the troop build? Look at this. Right? I mean, whoo! How does somebody even have that much time and space to have that many troopers? And no, those aren't pictures of my collection. I have quite a few less. Yeah. All right, we got more gear. Let's get to his armband. And the armband is very interesting because it has a V on it. So that would signify that he's a Viper. I'm not exactly sure how you're going to get that on. You just slip it over his hand and work it up his shoulder. Or, you know, try to work it up his arm. You might need to heat it up with a blow dryer a little bit. This is soft plastic. And boom. There you go. Now he's got a squad insignia for Viper, which could be also like put him in. If you have several Cobra Troopers, you give one dude the armband. He's now the officer. He's the Viper of the Cobra Troopers, and that's how it goes. Vipers were supposed to be lower than Cobra Troopers, I thought, in the ranking, but I'll have to go back and relook that up. You know, like you become a Viper and then a Trooper, but then they called everything beyond that, like Techno Viper and Tele Viper and Strato Viper. Like everything was a Viper now. What happened to just plain basic Cobra Troopers? I like the Cobra Troopers. I do like the Vipers with the bigger helmet and the goggles on top of their helmet. That's just a great look. Speaking of goggles on top of the helmet, let's do that. All right. So the addition of goggles is kind of neat. They're very small little goggles. Let's see if they fit on Destro first. Like, oh, it does, and it looks kind of neat. Yeah. Actually, I might keep the goggles on Destro later. Like, I think that might be the home for them. This is a nice little addition to the Cobra Trooper. This is just an incredibly nice figure. And if I'm teasing some of you that don't have one yet, I'm sorry. I really am. Trying to put it on top of the helmet, and it really doesn't want to squish down as much as you would think. Again, you might need to heat it up with the blow dryer. I'm going to go ahead and take the helmet off, and let's put those goggles on the Viper, like said. So now you can have him without a helmet with the goggles on, or throw that helmet on, and now he's got a full face cover. You know, safety. One thing you got to say about Cobra Troopers is that they always wear their masks, that they're indoors, they're outdoors. These guys are always covered. And they helps out against tear gas too, which is what I've heard. Nice little Cobra emblem on the handguards there. This truly is an incredible figure. Like, it might even be better than the regular issue Snake Eyes at this point. Like, the Deluxe Snake Eyes is just the Deluxe Snake Eyes. It's really nice. But, wow, this is really good. The amount of gear, the styling, the look of them, it is why everyone's going nuts trying to buy these. And I totally get it, and I understand it, and I'm right there with you, because now I need at least 10 more. You gotta have a squad and a leader. So I need more Cobra Troopers, like everybody. But this is fantastic. Utterly fantastic. I wish it wasn't a Target exclusive. I wish, like, you know, Entertainment Earth would let you buy a case of them. I'm sure down the line we'll get more stuff. But right now it's really hard. It's really tough. Some people haven't got Wave 1 yet, much less Wave 2 is in Targets as well, on top of Cobra Island Wave. Wave 1 is showing up at Walmart's. I'm seeing them at Walmart's quite a bit. And these supposedly will be online on the 14th, is what Target's saying now as well. You just have to really hunt. If you go on Target's website, they won't say these are in stock, but bam, they're on the shelf. So it's a lot of hunting, and be out there and be good with the hunt, people. And this is fantastic. It really is nice. Man. So there you go. Cobra Trooper Yo-Jo. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you got it. You got it. It's all right. Cobra.